Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So we are about to get this room complete of its purge, or I hope so, cross your fingers. We're headed to the big closet. Um, I don't know what position is going to be the best for you guys to see. It's kind of overcast today, so the room isn't as bright as it usually is. But we're going to go ahead and get that started. I don't know if you could see Jim's tunic and my blue striped dress, but basically everything from the blue striped dress that way mostly is mine. It could be one or two things stuck in there, and everything from the tunic to the right is mostly Jim's. It could be one or two of my things stuck in there. But we're going to go ahead and going to purge that, and we're going to take care of all the shoes on the floor and basically just knock the rest of this room out. And
yeah, I couldn't see inside the closet yet.
That's okay. So we're just going to go ahead and knock this room out and yeah, take you along with us. And thank you for everything. Just hit stop. So this is the beginning of the end. We are purging these last bits of clothes. This is the end of the clothing purge. We do have shoes to go through still. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull up the carpet in that closet to see what kind of floor we have under there. We were able to get some new furniture on sale for Memorial Day weekend. It hasn't been delivered yet. It's sort of a bed in a box that we got from QVC. We were able to do it on like FlexPay. You guys know what that is, where you could pay it off. And the same thing with we got a king size mattress and a platform frame. What I've been noticing lately is that my bed is just a tiny bit too high for me to sit on the edge of it comfortably. But any lower or much more lower, it'll be difficult for me to get in when my leg is injured. So I'm kind of like, ugh. But Jim has been complaining that we've needed a new mattress for about 2 years now. And honestly, we do. We're not going to get rid of this in case the new one that we get is not up to snuff for us. We're just going to move it into the guest room, and then we're, if we need to in some sort of time, we can always swap them out. Okay. So what I have Jim doing is I do try to keep my closet mostly organized. What I like is from the center of the closet to my side to the left, I like my dresses, and then I like shirts, skirts, or tops, bottoms, really, we'll say that, and then fancy dresses and suits in the back because those are things I wear less often. Now I'm having him pile these things in on the bed. Now I will mention again, if you're new, hi, my name is Jeri-Ann. That's my husband Jim. We are reorganizing and downsizing a lot of our stuff, just because we're getting older and it's harder to take care of it, and we do have a lot, and there's many reasons, and I have tons of videos on my channel talked about why I keep so much of my stuff for so long. But it's really gotten to the point where I really have to have more ease of access around my space. So what we're doing is I'm having him, I'm sort of like the brains and he's the brawn. I mean, he's very smart, but I mean, as far as this project is concerned, he is going to be doing all of the moving, and then I'm going to do the deciding and organizing and, packing the clothes, repacking the clothes and that kind of thing. So what I have him doing is putting in initial piles of dresses, and then tops, which is sweaters and shirts, and then bottoms, which is skirts and pants, and then some things that I instantaneously know that I want to get rid of. But there are a lot of things that I have that I actually have to see. For example, what we've had up until this point is we have had all of our multi-season clothes. All of our clothes were out, so we didn't have to change them over from season to season. We just maybe had to like move the summer stuff to the front of the closet, sort of thing. What we're going to do now is we're going to put away the winter clothes. The 4 boxes at the top of the closet already have our winter pajamas and t-shirts and stuff in there already, and the sweaters, we have a basket each of sweaters and sweatshirts that will sit at the bottom of the closet in case we have cool nights in the summer, or transitional, or we're traveling. So like perfect example is Jim's basket has 2 pairs of sweatpants, 2 sweatshirts, and a couple of sweaters. and one pair of winter pajamas. Mine has a couple of sweaters, a couple of sweatshirts, a pair of sweatpants, and one set of winter pajamas as well. So they're off to the side right now. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put away winter stuff. So what we decided to do was to take the winter dresses and winter sweaters and winter shirts and skirts, if I have any, and put them into a good quality garment bag to lay across the winter boxes. Not sure if you can hear me with the fan, but I just wanted to tell you what I've decided to do. I'm taking everything that I'm going to go through. Jim put a couple of sentimental items in the back, like part of my wedding dress is back there, my mom's fire turnout coat, not fire rescue coat, and 2 shirts of my dad's. A bowling shirt that my brother got us, all matching ones. My brother who passed, he got us all matching bowling shirts for when I got the Wii bowling at my house, and just like things like that. My favorite Met button-down jersey. Then what I'm going to do is I have all the dresses, tops, which are sweaters and shirts, and then pants and skirts there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through them, and I told Jim this is what I decided. If I know for sure right off the bat I'm not going to keep it, I'm going to put it on the pile of giveaway. If I'm not sure, because like, perfect example, how many little black dresses do I have and do I need? So if I decide like I have to put all the little black dresses up there to compare them and decide which ones I want to keep, then that's what we're going to do. That's why I wanted the space clear in the closet. So that's what we're going to do first. Then we'll take too long. That's it. So I have downsized a lot. We made about 4 or 5 gallon size garbage bags of clothes that we're giving away from this closet purge. But we are also separating out some winter clothes. So we actually all have more room than items that we're giving away. I did go through everything, and when I loved something, I just kept it. When it was something that it was like, you know what, it's not really the best looking thing or the best feeling thing or whatever, then I went ahead and purged it. I have a couple of items that, honestly, if I felt better, I would try on because they felt a little snug when I bought them last year, but I have since lost about 40 pounds since I bought these clothes last year, which isn't a ton on me. It's not going to be like 5 sizes. If one of you lost 40 pounds, it might be like 5 sizes. For me, it just might make the clothes feel a little looser. So I have a couple of dresses and a couple of shirts that I wanted to try on again. Because honestly, just because I lost weight, I might not be a different size. It might have just shifted. You guys know how that is, right? So I have separating that into, that's the only thing that's but keeping separate. For when I feel a little bit better, I can go ahead and try on some clothes. But like I mentioned with like the little black dresses, I have like a lot of black dresses. I love black dresses. I know I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, but I love black dresses. And for me, that's like quintessential. You can wear it to a wedding, you can wear it to a funeral, you can wear it to the doctor's office even. I do love the way I look in them. I think that they're very flattering. And I have them in a variety of lengths and sleeve lengths and materials. And it's just a matter of deciding what is not a double, what is something that, like, is it worn out too much? Like that kind of thing. So it's just deciding about that. At first, we were just organizing the piles, and I had Jim organizing the piles. He was getting a little distraught. He's like, you're not getting rid of anything yet. And I was like, no. The whole point was to clean out the closet so we can see everything. Because I wanted to be able to see, like, I showed him an example. I have 2 dresses that are gingham, black and white gingham. But one of them is like a weight of fabric that makes it a very formal feel. One of them is like a cotton dress. And it's, even though they look the same, they're definitely for different occasions. So we're going through all of that. I suggested in the middle of this that he go through his clothes because his section is so much smaller. He did purge his clothes recently. I also did purge my clothes recently, but of course then I bought more clothes. So we're going to go through his things, and only really we did was we took, he He had one sweater that wasn't hung up properly. We kind of used this sweater method where you fold the arm of the sweaters over the, basically you put the hanger that goes over the bar, you put that in the armpit of the sweater. The sweater is folded in half down the center line, and you put that in the armpit of the sweater, and then you fold the bottom of the sweater over one side of the hanger, the arm of the sweater over the other side of the hanger, and you tuck in the neck of the sweater under the pants bar. And for us, that's always worked really, really well for his sweaters. It doesn't stretch out in the corners. They don't get flimsy. But of course, this last one, he must have just put back the way he wanted to, basically. He also has some dress pants where he was like contemplating when he gets his new dresser, maybe he can hang those. I mean, he could put them in the dresser. But I said, Jim, they're nice. They keep a nice crease. You don't have that many, and it's probably best to just keep them in the closet for when you have a special occasion. Go to church or a meeting or an interview or whatever. Now, I also have some, like this is a Redskins zip-up hoodie, which I kind of liked because it was sort of a transitional jacket, but I realized I didn't ever really grab for it. The Washington Redskins have just become Washington now, so their logo has changed and everything, and I've given away a bunch of my Washington Redskins clothes already because I just haven't found myself wearing them as much here. So there's that. And then I have a Rolla Bulldogs pullover hoodie, which I love, but I realized that I'm not a big pullover hoodie kind of girl. I'm barely a zip-up hoodie kind of girl because I'm naturally insulated. Let's just put it that way. So the other thing we decided to do, and I know I'm pretty much sure I'll talk about this in a little bit, is we decided to pull out all of the costumes. Not Jim's Nordic clothes, because he's been wearing that around the house and he's really been enjoying it when the weather's warm. But basically the things that are like Halloween costumes, Renaissance costumes, that kind of thing, we're going to go ahead and put them into a different room just because they're special, and we'll just keep them separate. There's no reason for them to take up prime real estate in this closet that we use every day for regular clothes. Okay? Now, again, he's trying to figure out what I'm doing. Why am I keeping so much, putting so much back? But it's really not. It's really not. When it was all said and done, I said to him, well, how did I do? And he's like, I'm really proud of you. You gave away a lot of things. And I was like, well, I kind of tried to let you know that it was coming. It's just the way that my method works, where I really need to see. I really need to see like, oh, I have these dresses that are sleeveless, like a tank top sort of sleeveless, but they're really long. And I love those for autumn and cool spring. I love those for like transitional weathers because sometimes my arms are really warm and my legs are really cold. And that's perfect for that kind of weather. And then I used to have some dresses that were short but had long sleeves, and I found myself not really ever wearing them. The sleeves to me are very confining, so I just like prefer my arms out and for the world to see. So now we're putting everything back in an organized manner. We put the suits back in the back. We put the dressy dresses, and again, this is the spring, summer dressy dresses. And then we put more, we're putting more like sweaters. I have a couple of sweaters that are like transitional weather sweaters. Then some work shirts, that actually they're suit shirts. They're going back with the suits. Then we're going to do skirts, and we're going to do tops, and then dresses. So it's just a matter of like deciding what you want to keep. I have some new things that I bought last year on clearance after season that I haven't worn yet, that have tags on them. And honestly, I have some things that have tags on them that I'm going to go ahead and give away. I was able to find a lot of really inexpensive clothes on like final clearance. Some fit me and I love, some not so much. And I said to Jim, like, they were $3. I'll sell it at the yard sale for $4 and I'll make a profit. So I don't know that that's 100% true for any items, but you understand what I'm saying. Okay. Now it's a matter of what shirts are we keeping and why. So one of the things I did with my dresses is I kept pulling the t-shirt dresses off to the side. For me, a t-shirt dress is something that like If I, want to wear around the house, I would kick it around the house. If I want to put on quote unquote clothes, like if someone's coming over, or quote unquote clothes when I want to do a haul, I could throw on a t-shirt dress and it makes me feel just as comfortable as pajamas and still gives me like a dressed appearance. Also for doctor's appointments, I find them very good as well because they have access to, like, if I need to show my legs to the doctor, or she needs to check out my feet, or if, even if I had to put on a gown, it's easy to take a dress off than pants and a shirt. I could sit up on the table and still take a dress off. So that just, like, I like them for that kind of thing. All right. But I am gonna go ahead and give away a couple. I had these cute little dresses that I got. I don't know if you guys remember from last year or the year before. I got them from, I want to say, Lane Bryant. They had lace up in the corner of the shoulders. One was yellow and one was burgundy. I believe they were from 2019 that I got them on clearance after season. But the burgundy one I wore a lot. The yellow one almost never wore. And then I ended up finding a nicer burgundy dress that just a t-shirt dress that I like better. I don't have to worry about my bra straps showing in the lace. So I'm going to go ahead and give away or sell the other one with the lace, and then I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. So there was a couple of things that I had that type of decision. I don't need two of these blue dresses. What can I do with the other one? That kind of thing. Okay. So we talked about each black dress as, as individuals. I definitely was 100% sure that I'm keeping my Harry Potter dress because Harry Potter. So there you go. And I knew I wanted to keep that out because that is kind of a summer weight, but it can like transition too. It's got short sleeves and it's midi length, so it's below my knee. Okay. So now what I've decided to do is to take these winter clothes because I don't have good garment bags yet. I didn't buy the garment bags ahead of time because I wasn't sure if I would need 1, 5, 7, whatever. So what I'm doing, I asked Jim, is we have these Space Saver bags. This is a big one that says Cube. And I've just taken like 5 or 6 things on hangers and rolled them around the hangers and stuffed them in this bag. And this is just a really temporary solution to get them out of the closet because they're going to go away with the winter clothes. There is plenty of room. I know it's hard to see in this video, but from where I'm sitting on the bed, I can see that there's really a lot of room from the top of those boxes all the way to the top of the closet. As you can imagine, it's a ceiling height in there. So we have plenty of room to lay a couple of garment bags on, and that's one of the things we talked about doing. Okay. So now I'm just going through things. Jim's like really proud of me for doing stuff, but I really just said to him, I'm like, I just have things that I don't wear anymore, and then I don't know that I ever will wear them again. And that's when I decide to go ahead and get rid of them. I kept my work clothes and uniforms, not only because they were clothes that I took such a long time to curate this wardrobe, but they were classic pieces that would really carry over from decade to decade. And I hoped that I would have a job where I would really need to be wearing them again. But turns out my God had a different path. My life is a different path. And we're just going to go ahead and get rid of them. So that's really what we've gone down to. I have a couple of pieces that I love. And he's like, I don't think I've ever seen you wear this dress. I was like, well, I wore it that one time, but it's a dressy dress. And how many occasions do we have to wear dressy dresses? And then we had that whole female-male conversation of you only need one suit with 3 shirts, but I have to have a different dress for every occasion type of thing. So I'm sure this conversation is not exclusive to me and my husband. So I have a couple of dressy dresses for spring to summer weights. So they'll, different occasions may come. You never know when you're going to have to wear something. Okay. Now, as far as shirts are concerned, like I said, I have some that were really trendy, some that I love, but I just never wear them. I never have the opportunity to. I just love my t-shirts better, whatever it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and purge them and hopefully sell them or consignment shop or whatever. I'm not really sure yet. There's a couple of different options I have. So I like the fact that I get to have options. One of the things that we always tried to do since we were first married is we tried to each have our own color hanger. Mostly because our closets, this is the biggest closet we've ever had. We didn't have a closet at all at the apartment. We had like a clothing rack, and the closet at the house in Island Park was sort of like a 5 foot closet, but like with just one door, and then it went around the corner, just a little bit kind of thing. So everything was always really compact. So I figured when we have different color hangers, like these huggable hangers, you can look across the top of the hanger and see whose the clothing item belongs to. So we've always made that so much easier. But I usually have red. Jim has ivory, and if you notice, there's a lot of red hangers left over. A lot. Now, will that be forever? I don't know. Can't promise you that. I hope. I hope. But for now, this is what we have. But I found that the point I mentioned it was because of that tip. So if you do have a tiny closet space, if you have different colored hangers, or maybe they don't even have to be this, they could be just plastic Dollar Tree hangers. Maybe you have white and your husband has black. When you're going into your closet, you can decide, like you can see right off the bat who has clothes on which hanger. Now, the only thing is when Jim would hang up clothes, he would never pay attention to what hanger he grabbed. So he had red hangers in his stuff, and I had beige hangers in my stuff. And that's okay. Every once in a while, it's good to just straighten it out and get set back to zero, and then start from there. Okay? Now, I did have some things that I actually did like when I wore them last year, or I did like them when I first got them. But again, I thought I just was no occasion coming that I think that would that I could wear it at. And also, like, depending on its trend factor, like some things were a little trendy and you're like, well, will I wear this again before the trend ends? That part I don't know. I also have a couple of dresses that I got from my sister, as well as one that I lent my sister ages ago, and she finally gave it back to me. But I was like, nope, I'm okay to not have this dress anymore. So I went ahead and I'm going to sell that / give it away, whatever we decide to do. Okay. So then I have broken up my t-shirts as well as into like fancy casual. That's going to sound weird, but they're these like puffy sleeved with cotton t-shirt material, but like with puffy sleeves. They're kind of cute. Like you could wear them to church with a skirt, but you can also wear them with shorts and go to a picnic. Then I have like picnic shirts. That's how I described it to Jim. I said, I have a bunch of shirts that are like, if you get invited to somebody's house who has a cook-off, sure, like they're going to have a contest right in their backyard, a cookout or a barbecue, then you want to be able to have something nice, but not like fancy. Does that make sense? So I have a couple of really nice crew neck t-shirts that I got from Old Navy on sale. One's red and white stripes, one's white with blue stripes, just like that. One's yellow with polka dots. Just a couple of shirts like that are just a little bit nicer, higher end, but still have that casual, semi-casual feel. So the real purge that I did besides dresses was I got rid of a lot of my maxi skirts. Maxi skirts when I first moved here were like really the rage. Not that they're not anymore, but they're just not as popular as they are. I would prefer to wear a dress myself than I would to wear a shirt and maxi skirt. So I did keep a couple. I do have a couple of new skirts, and I actually have some really pretty A-line skirts that I just got, that I'm like looking forward to wearing to a semi-fancy occasion. But I got rid of like almost all of my maxi skirts. I kept two. And then I have two that are like midi length, black ones that are kind of really flowy. One has a shark bite bottom, and the other one is just straight across the bottom. And they're sort of a lightweight, but because they're black, they kind of are transitional from season to season. I think that that's important too. If you have clothes that are comfortable, that you can dress up, dress down, you can still be comfortable, from moving and maneuvering and your mobility and traveling. But you still look put together. So that's what's really what we're going for. We want to have stuff that's comfortable but put together. If you take good care of your clothes by hanging them out or washing them delicately or following the manufacturer's instructions, then you really can get good wear-ready clothes, even if they're just from Walmart, okay? So I have a fancy tank top. It's actually got like a little permanent set of beads and a chain and a little flower on it, which I like to put into like my fancy barbecue clothes. But it looks really cute. It's just a cotton tank top with a print on it that makes it look like it's got a lot of jewelry on it and some faux jewelry attached to it. And it looks really, really pretty with a black skirt. Like you really can wear it out to a restaurant for dinner. But again, that's just going into that fancy transitional part of the closet. Okay. Now Jim is standing in the closet. He's like, there's so much room. I'm standing in the closet, which he cracked me up. He's like, I could fit my whole body in here. So that's
So what do you think? We did good, right? Jimmy was very impressed. He didn't think I was going to get rid of so much stuff. But really, I do. I mean, look, the clothes that were mostly in that closet were sort of not my classic pieces. Like I told you about the classic pieces that I had from when I worked in the job. These things were more of things that I had bought for like casual times and more trendy items. And there's just no need for as many. We went through, if you noticed, I probably talked about it, that we went through the black dresses because every woman needs an LBD. But when you're me and you love black and your wardrobe is primarily black and white and gray with a touch of red, you need more than one black dress. So I kept my LBD. I told Jimmy, I was like, this one is like my fancy one. If my husband ever takes me to a French restaurant, this is the dress that I have to wear. He laughed. He actually looked at me like I was sideways, and then he laughed. So I have a couple that I keep for I throw them on when I go to Walmart. Some days, if you guys know, if you're, not that you have body conscious issues, but sometimes I feel bloated and I want to wear black. Black's one of my favorite colors anyway. I know it's flattering on me, but it's just sometimes I want to do that. I know bright colors are good too, so that's also a positive. I have a lot of those, but I kept a couple of black ones just to throw on for cash. I kept a bunch of really cute t-shirt dresses that I bought most recently that I'll wear a lot more in the summer. And this tired man, this guy's so tired. But I think we did really good. Jim really didn't get rid of anything, but we did move costumes. Like, so we have a few different costumes that we keep, like for Renfest and
2, 3, 4.
And then the Halloween costume.
Mostly mine, but yeah.
We moved them to we're gonna put them into the guest room armoire, just because, like I said, there's almost like a showpiece. We could put them on display so people could see, oh, look at the cool clothes or whatever. So we did that. We still have to do shoes, and we may not do shoes today. And we're going to rip up the floor of the carpet in the bottom of the closet to see what the floor looks like. But we're not going to do that today because Jim ran out of gas and we got to go make dinner for Mom. So we'll do that. But I want to thank you all for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Oh. I might talk about it. I might have talked about it already, but we have a Space Saver bag. It's not shrunk wrapped, and it just has clothes rolled in it because I'm going to get a couple of really nice good garment bags. They're my winter dresses and stuff, and they're going to sit on top of my winter clothes. But for right now, they're rolled up and put in that QB. I wanted to see how many I'm going to keep and then see how many garment bags I needed. That's really what that was about. Okay? And listen, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your inspiration, your kind words. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.